What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another full day of eating. So today it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to go through what I eat, obviously, because that's what they do in a full day of eating. Surprise, surprise. And I'm actually going to explain why I eat certain meals at what time. So starting off today, breakfast. So I've got a nice thing of oats, protein oats. So I've got 75 grams of raspberries, frozen raspberries, 75 grams of frozen blueberries, because I usually get the mixed berries, but nobody likes blackberries. If you out there buy blackberries by themselves and you enjoy them, probably unsubscribe. And then I've got 100 grams of oats, and then 200 mils of unsweetened almond milk. So, and 50 grams of the Stroop waffle, my protein. So, if you're looking for a flavor of protein for my protein, Stroop waffle is very good. And my protein, sort your shit out, because I've got 22 kilos of protein sitting at the airport waiting for me. So can you please get it out here, because I'm gonna have to start having all the shit flavors that I bought. I've got about 12 protein things in there, but they're all unedible. You can't have them. They are the worst flavors. So the reason why I'm having the protein oats now is because I'm about to jump into a chest session. So I like to train during the morning, and this is usually my first meal, other than when I'm having a rest day. So I feel as though this is really good. I've tried a few different pre-workout meals, and yeah, this one's been my favorite because fast-acting carbs. You got the oats, the berries, tastes awesome, and yeah, obviously there's enough carbs in there to last me throughout the session. 100 grams of oats, I'm gonna get heaps out of that. So yeah, I've tried a few different ones, but this one's my favorite, and this one fuels my sessions perfectly. So the macros for today are 285 grams of protein, 265 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat, and that gives me a total of 2,650 calories. So the macros for this meal will be right there. Chuck them there. So yeah, so the last full day of eating I was in a full-blown deficit, or I was just coming out of it, so calories were a little bit lower. And yeah, I was having a little bit of different food. So I was having like zucchini in my oats and stuff like that, because obviously I don't have enough calories to work with, but today's gonna be a little bit more normal. You better knock that. Yeah, buddy. Oh, not good, not good, not good. All right, so chest session done. This is my go-to post-workout meal. So as you can see, I've got a lot of chips. So that's 500 grams of charisma potatoes. And then obviously gonna get my protein in, so frozen shake. If you don't know how to make the frozen shake, then you should, because you follow me on Instagram. So obviously 500 grams of the charisma chips, just a little bit of seasoning. So I get some paprika and salt and some steak seasoning. So that makes them taste perfect. And then the frozen shake, so you just chuck some ice cubes in there, 50 grams of protein and 50 grams of protein powder, and then 220 mils of milk. So it's a good mix of hot and cold. So have that, get a brain freeze, then have that, get rid of the brain freeze, and then vice versa. It kind of just yo-yos back and forth. So I've been having this post-workout meal for a long time, and I really enjoy it, especially when dieting, because as you can see, cutting up the chips and everything, they're just like normal potato chips. So if you're kind of, craving some chips or something like that, just get some charisma potatoes. They are the best invention ever. Chop them up into little chips, and then you feel like you're having just normal chips. So the macros and calories for the meal are gonna be there. So obviously quite a low calorie meal, fills you up a lot because obviously a lot of chips, a lot of volume to the meal, and yeah, absolutely love it. All right, so meal 3, I'm having some rice with tuna and some greens. So the reason I have this meal at this time is just because it's in the middle of the day, quite filling. So I have the tuna in there for the fats, which are going to satiate me for a little bit longer. And yeah, so it's obviously just like a really good meal. I have this every day at around this time. So it usually keeps me pretty full going into the day. So the macros there, keep changing around, might be there, sorted out. So yeah, it's I'm using egg whites obviously, so I just feel as though there's no real use of having the eggs if I'm going to have the tuna in there for the fats. So just mix it up, and yeah, obviously you get a little bit more volume with the egg whites because of the different calorie intake. So I'm going to get stuck into this meal, and I'll see you guys for meal 4. So meal 4, I'm having some yogurt with protein and berries. So 500 grams of the Yoplait zero sugar, zero fat yogurt. It's one of the best things I've found, and it just makes life so much easier because, if you enjoy yogurt or something a little bit like that, then you can have plenty of it. So what I do is I put 500 grams in and then chuck it in the freezer so it thickens it up a little bit, and then I'll put some frozen berries and protein powder with it. So 50 grams of the blueberries, frozen blueberries, 50 grams of frozen raspberries, and then 40 grams of protein. So yeah, it's one of my favorite meals throughout the day, and yeah, it just sets me up well for dinner. So macros and calories, and I'll see you at dinner. All right, so here's where the fun stuff starts. Got cayenne pepper, I think that's how you pronounce it, paprika, steak seasoning, and Mexican chili powder. So with the cayenne pepper, it doesn't have the thing on there, so I have to pour it into the lid because I don't want fire chicken. I want a little bit of spice. So you just chuck that in there. Plenty of paprika, steak seasoning, and Mexican chili powder. So I feel like one of the things that people think with fitness and stuff is that, when you cook your chicken and rice, it has to be bland chicken. For some reason, people think it has to be brown rice. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a word that I'm thinking of, and I'm not going to think about it, so I'm going to change it. So it's like people think different things, and they're not true. So I definitely use a lot of herbs and spices for my chicken because it just makes it taste better. And if it tastes better, then I'm gonna be more adherent. I'm not gonna go looking for foods that are a lot more like nice tasting when I can just make my chicken taste nice. So I stay on my diet. So now I'm gonna mix that all in, and then I'll take it to the next step. All right, so now that that's all mixed together, we're gonna weigh it out now. So I've got alfoil on top of the scales. So make sure the scale's on 0. Then I'm gonna go for 250 grams. So I usually have 250 grams of chicken with 250 grams of rice. I've already got the rice all cooked up in the fridge. So 250, and simple as this. Fold, 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 fold. And then bang. Onto the tray. And then, yeah. So I'll get onto the next ones, and then I'll show you what to do. So I usually chuck the chicken in there for 20 minutes, but it's all off personal bias, I guess. So 20 minutes is usually enough for me. Depends what oven you have, I guess. But yeah, so that's how I cook all my chicken up in bulk. It just makes it so much easier because, you know, if you want to have your chicken and rice meal, you don't have to, you know, get out the chicken and cook it all up. It's kind of just get your chicken, get your rice, and then bang. It's one of the easiest meals, and that's why it's probably my most enjoyable meal, because it's just so simple. And like when things are simple, it just makes it so much easier to follow, because I feel as though if there was times where you have to cook rather than, you know, you can kind of go off your diet a little bit, but it's just going to be easier for you, then, you know, you're just going to do that one. So you're going to make things as easy as you can for yourself, and this is one way that I do that. So the oven preheated to 200, it's all ready now. So got all the chicken on the tray, simple as that. Good, try not to burn myself. Yeah. So the chicken came out absolutely perfect, and obviously had the rice already made up in the fridge. So it's nice, quick and easy. It doesn't look beautiful. I haven't had much time to present it perfectly for YouTube, but yeah, it'll do. It'll still taste nice. So 250 grams of jasmine rice and 250 grams of chicken with a bit of passata and hot sauce, and it's perfect. So macros and calories. And yeah, so I think I've got, it's 80 calories maybe left. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish that off, have like a little protein drink just before bed. Yeah, so just to finish off all the calories. So I'll see you then. So obviously it's quite obvious that I forgot to record having the shake. Yeah, I just forgot. I've been playing this new game called Among Us. I feel like everyone's already heard of it, and it is a great laugh. So get onto that if you got any downtime. So finished off with the shake. So hit my calories. I think I went 10 calories over, and I hit my protein. So can't really complain. Pretty successful day. So that's the diet that I've been running for about a month or so, and I just have the same stuff every day. On rest days, it changes a little bit, and I might do a full day of eating on my rest day just to show you the differences. So finish off the day now. Just gonna have a read of a new book I'm reading, you know, just about business and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll do a little bit of meditation, which is something that I've gotten into lately. So I feel as though do a little bit of meditation before bed. Really good way to wind down and make sure you get a good sleep. As always, please do like, subscribe, comment any thoughts or anything you want to see from the next video. Yeah, thanks for all the support, and yeah, make sure you tune in for the next one.